How's it going, everyone? And welcome back to the Sleepy Hearth. Today we're going to try something that's a little bit of a change of pace, and something I'm sure that you people who like the whispering videos will certainly fall in love with. At least I hope. We're going to be taking a tour through the city of Dalaran, visiting all the new spots and places that, well, I guess they're not really new, but they've definitely been updated. So let's see if we can go spot some differences. I was considering trying to do some kind of role play with this, but I'm not really sure how I'd go about that. But one of the first things you'll see is there's a earth and rain portal here. I'm guessing that has something to do with the shaman specific zone or something, like the zone that you can go to since they have new class places. I've been to the rogue one, and obviously the Death Knight one hasn't really changed a whole lot. It's still the Ebb and Hold, but everything is nice little subtle upgrades, and it feels really cool. So come down here, we have this entryway hall. Now, I didn't pay attention to a lot of the finer details of the old Dalaran, but this right here looks pretty beautiful when you first walk in, like when you come into the landing. You got the violet eye right there, and just the overall textures have been improved a lot. Like if you look at the old Dalaran from 2008 and you look at this now, like it's, you know, it's one of those things where if you really like compare the two side by side, it's almost night and day. So first up, after that, we're gonna go in here. This is where the mages learn their portals, and off in this there's a little side room. We got the glass display here, bunch of books. Now I know there used to be an old achievement to find books in the old city. I'm not sure if they're bringing that back or not, so you're going to see me occasionally use my cursor to try to find some text that may or may not lead to an achievement. But now we have this room over here, which has some nice gemstones, presumably probably used for, you know, socketing into gear. Now if we move into here, this is where people would portal in if you took a portal from a mage to the city of Dalaran. And obviously you can see tons of things, such as stacks of books. Presumably they're for magic, and you know, how to learn, you know, the different arcane arts, I would guess, or something along those lines. Might see a few scattered demonic books in there. Of course, we gotta check these bookcases out too, see what we can find, if anything. Alright. So I think we've covered all the rooms in this little alcove here. So let's move on. We're gonna cover the entire upstairs first, and depending how long the video is, might do it in two parts, covering the downstairs as well. Alright, so first up we have the Hunter's Mark. A couple things have changed. It's definitely got a bit different of a design. I couldn't tell you the details without actually holding it up myself, but what's this? We do have a clickable thing. I guess it's so MRI here could try to shoot something off of you. That'd be kind of funny. Let's see if we can. No, I guess nothing's happening. Oh well. There was multiple of them around. One right here, here, and there. I'm not sure if that was in the old Dalaran or not, but it's certainly making an appearance here. Yep, nothing's really happening with that, so let's make a move on here. Now this actually was just over in the old Dalaran because I noticed they added Crowd, who's if you look really closely, looks very familiar to you fans of Final Fantasy VII. And then, you know, a random bear just comes out of nowhere. But yep, that's presumably, you know, Cloud Strife. Now there was an Aerith Primrose in the other one who was selling flowers, and now she's accompanied by, you know, Crowd here. So that's pretty awesome. I'm glad that they added that in. I can't wait to show one of my friends if he hasn't noticed it already. Now we're gonna move on to the Violet Hold. And here's where you used to get your dailies. I think on this side was the daily vendor, and then the other side was the daily heroic vendor. But saying, so I don't know if his text has changed at all, or if he's still offering the same old stuff. I also wonder if they still have the old instance in here, or if it's a brand new one. Guess we'll find out. It might be a new one, it might not be. I'm not going to go in and find out. Looks like there's some either dead or incapacitated guards here. Not sure if were there in the old one or not. And then over here we have, can't see his name, Archmage, Dalaran. And he would, I think, give you the daily heroic that you needed to grind out. So let's keep on moving. Doesn't seem like a whole lot of changes there, but you never really know. Next we have, oh, I don't remember this place. Unfortunately the name escapes me and it's not going to pop up unless I bring up my UI. Why not? It won't hurt. It's a pretty standard UI, I suppose. So here we have the Arsenal Absolute. So let's go on in here. So you got your arms dealers, as it were. They have their swords and their arrows, hammers, shields, everything a warrior could ever want, all in one shop. I tell you, it looks really beautiful. You know, one of the things I've never really done is kind of to pay attention to the inner beauty of, you know, every kind of all the details of what these shops offer. I remember distinctly back when Final Fantasy XII came out, and I would go into the different shops, and at the time, I don't know how well it holds up, but I just remember the details in the shops was amazing, and there was so many shops and so many towns you can go to, and I was blown away by the amount of detail in that game, because there was so much to it. It was a long game, I never ended up beating it. But up here we have Jockney, the axe merchant, who I would assume would sell axes. That's you know, probably not too much for me to assume there. Sister Might's up here. And then taking a look to the side here, we have different swords over here. A rack of different weaponry. Looks like a bunch of alliance gear on this side. I didn't notice if there was horde specific gear up there. But it's not very surprising because the Kirin Tor was very hesitant to let the horde back in to the city after the events of what happened with Garrosh. They did not trust him or the horde for a long time. Now over here we have something very familiar to a lot of people who's probably spent a lot of time here fishing in the fountain, trying to literally fish up achievements. And I spent a little bit of time here, but I never got all of them because there was tons of coins and, you know, just stuff. You can see here the different fish jumping up through, and then I think that is a bear, but I cannot be 100% sure. That is some kind of crazy kobold. I'm not sure what that is, but it's catching the fish. Alright, now we're on to, let's see what this place is called. Glorious Goods. So we have Red and Jack Findle trade supplies. Now this, if you didn't know, is actually where the rogues area is. So for example, you can talk to Red, and if you're a rogue like myself, you go ahead and watch this. That's how you get into the rogue zone. Now, I'm teasing you because we're not going in there right now. I'm saving that for a completely separate video. So, and you know, I'm gonna think of a way to roleplay my way through this, since, you know, I'll be a rogue going into the rogue area. I think that's what I'll save the roleplay for. I'll try to get into a roguish character. So in here we have tons of different books, and we have scrolls, water fountains here, a shovel, basically everything an adventurer would need. I'm guessing there's a lot of books on the different travels of the world. It kind of seems like this is a travel-heavy kind of a place. You got your saw back here, you know, if you want to go jump down some trees, build yourself a home. I'm guessing back here's the store ledger. He's just kind of letting me back here. How kind of him. Any other, you know, store manager would probably freak out. barrels, probably full of just general goods. God knows. Probably some maps. Maybe these are the more secret, like these are the maps reserved for the VIP customers, for the really good treasure spots. Alright. So now, we're heading on over to Langram's Leather and Links. So, obviously it's going to be an armor store full of, well, leather and links, aka mail. Now, I do find it really funny. I really don't know if this was in the other one, is how you see the packages here. And I would really have loved it if they would have put some kind of logo that looked very similar to a familiar postal service. I think that would have been great. Alright, so in here we have these stand things again. I'm really not sure what these are for. I'm guessing these are actually benches so that you can talk to the people behind the counter. For some reason I took them as things that you stand on so that like people in the gun shop would shoot you. Like try to shoot an apple off your head or something. Over here we have Breitlink, Matilda Breitlink, Valerie Longram, and Raphael Longram. So I'm guessing, obviously these are either related or married, and likewise over here. So they must all take a joint stock in this venture. So over here we have the tanning rack for tanning leather, and back here we have, well, metal things being hung up. And I guess there's not really a whole lot to this shop. So let's move right along, shall we? Alright. So this looks like a fairly magical place. The Militant Mystic. Alrighty. Now you see out here, I'm not really familiar with the staff on the right, but the staff on the left is the same model as Prophet Velen's staff. And I always loved that staff. That was actually one of my favorite staffs in the game for the longest time. And when I found out that you could actually obtain that model as your own and then transmog it, I was just like, holy crap, that's amazing. So let's head on in here. We have a Crimson Pilgrim, so I wonder if that's somebody from, shoot, I actually forget what that faction is. The Scarlet Crusade, that's what it is. Alright. So we have plenty of staffs, and my god, they all look just amazing. Once again, a model of Prophet Velen's over here. We have this, which I believe is a model of the staff that Jaraxxus uses in the Crusader Coliseum. Then back here we have the same staff that Lorthron, I believe, wields, and a couple other. We have a Warlock staff, and a couple other Blood Elf type staffs back here. All right, but yeah, so if we kind of bugged out there for a moment. So if we go back here, you can see where they probably use this to hold together the gemstones so they can properly affix them to the tops of wands and staffs and things, as well as, just to kind of hold the staff in place together as you kind of whittle it down to what you need it to be, because there's tons of different wood. I'm guessing some of these different woods have different magical properties, either imbued in them or native to the tree that it has been grown in, because since this is a magical city, I would expect very magical properties of just about everything that's in it. So let's take a look at what's in the counter, shall we? We have a little star wand there. We have this mage hat over here, this model was introduced in Miss Pandaria, and to this day is my favorite looking of mage transmogs. Then down here we have a couple more wands, magical book. Then over here we have some more wizard heads. I'm guessing that's Alliance, and that's Horde. quest line. This is where Ronan would come out and he would give his big, long, lengthy speech. Now I don't know if they've actually changed this at all, because I believe that's actually Ronan right here. But I don't know if Ronan was actually featured in a statue on the other one. I just remember the very twisty thing, but I thought it was just that. They might have built this specific one in his honor, since he did die just before Mist Paint area came out. Alright, now we have... Oh, look, I didn't even know this guy was here. The Great Ekazem Zarek. I'm guessing he regularly performs some kind of magic tricks or something. Let me see if there's a way I can interact with him. Nope. Alright. Maybe we can stick around for a second to see if he actually does anything. I make no promises. Oh. And from my next trick, there's nothing up my sleeve, and bam! He's got flowers. Alright. I guess we came just in time for a magic show. Then again, I mean, it's a goblin, so I'm sure he's got definitely something up his sleeve. I wonder if this is gonna be it, or if he's actually got some more to actually show us. Not much of an audience outside of the regular NPCs. Oh my, he's got something. Let's see if we can stick around for this one last trick. I wonder if he's actually gonna do anything though. Alright, I think we should head out. He doesn't appear to be doing anything. He appreciates coin, but he sure doesn't appreciate rendering services for that coin. Alright, anything special back here? Seems like, oh hey, we have like a whole back alleyway waiting to be explored. Definitely don't remember this being here. Anything really cool? Man, for my troubles, they should have put like a treasure chest back here or something. That's a shame. Alright, let's get a move on. We have plenty of city left to discover. So in here, we have the esteemed bank, which I believe mostly the Alliance used on this side. We have human. That's yep, that is a human, unless he's actually somebody else in disguise. Oh, all right then. Over here we have a nice little candle with a book. You know, this is the city of Dalaran. This candle should really be floating in midair. I'm not very impressed. Over here we have the guild vault, which is of course a portal. And we look up, we have the beautiful skylight coming in. It is quite the sight to behold. And over here, of course, we have our locked gate, trying to keep out would-be thieves. And our bank tellers. So we have Teller Almeida, Teller G, and Teller Blushner. And of course back there, oh look at that, Paymaster Chang. I actually don't remember actually seeing him before. Oh, he's just another banker. Alright then. Yeah, my bags definitely need to be cleaned up. I know they're pretty bad. And then we have Paymaster Amadi back here as well. Now, I don't remember there actually being any bankers back there before, but who knows? Maybe I just wasn't paying attention. Okay, and we have the voice storage guy over here, who definitely was not in the old Dalaran, but I'm glad is here. There is Donovan Bale. Pretty cool guy, I guess. Priest Nikki or Nissi or Nicey or whatever. Over here, this is unfortunately it's Lion territory, but maybe, just maybe, use the powers of a rogue to sneak on in. Nope, no such luck. Their eyes are too good. I guess that's why they hired Worgen. They could just see a lot lot better. Allegedly. Alright, so I think this is the Hall of the Guardian right here. That's the next stop, I believe. Yep. Alright, so let's head on. Actually, no, there's I am missing this right here. We technically have a couple more stops before we do that. Let's see what the name of this place is. Oh hey, there's a flower pot here. I don't know what that's all about. Oh hey, I didn't know I could do that thing. Well, I already planted the dream leaf, so it'd be kind of silly to try to plant another one. Alright, so this is apparently a very nameless place. Unless we walk in, maybe it'll tell us then. Ah, this is the visitor center. This is perfect for a place like us. A place like us. So over here we have the Horde Cauldron and the Alliance Cauldron. It's very, very segregated in every respect. Because you got pretty much Alliance and Horde, everything on both sides. Alright. Of course we have Andrew Matthews, who is the guild master, who is going to allow us to create a guild if we wish. And if we hop over the counter, much like that of a rogue, we can take a look at all the different scrolls that he has, and different texts, probably chartering all the different guilds that have existed over time. All of the guilds that have come and gone, that have broken up and stayed together over the years, fighting dragons and other various bosses alike. Got the Kirintor tapestry hanging from everywhere, and the Alliance and Horde tapestry on both sides. Then we have Elizabeth Ross and Archivist Betha. Alright. Well, I think that's gonna do it for here. Any other noticeableness around here? I guess not. And of course the magical mailbox, which I never noticed inside the portal. There's a little raven. Huh. I never noticed that before, and I think that's awfully adorable. Now over here, we have the curiosities and more. So let's head on in. So we have Debbie Moore, who is obviously going to try to sell some trinkets and charms. Let's see what kind of trinkets she has actually. A little rose, a vial of something magical, I'm sure. This orb of who knows what. A couple of pendants. Ah, food. Yes, I'd like to purchase some of that food if you don't mind. Some books over here. Lord knows what's inside. It could be anything and more. I'm guessing this is the catalog which we can browse what's actually in the store. Nice painting over here. Some books, scrolls again. Many things to line the bookshelf. Oh. Oh, I could have sworn this is something I could read. Oh well. Not today, I suppose. Not today. Alright. Oh, there is. Oh no, it's just her. Never mind. Like, oh my god, there's something up here. Nope. Tricked again. would sell offhand, but there's nothing I can actually equip. Let's see if there's anything out here. Just some flowers and a beautiful view. That always works. It's a room with a view. And of course this beautiful stained glass right here. Let's head onward. I do apologize if you hear any of the background noise. I have noisy neighbors from now and then, but I don't think it should be too big of a problem. We'll save the guardian chamber for last, I suppose. Here's more alliance side stuff. I guess I'll have to make an alliance character to be able to show you what that's all about. Alright. So now we have the Threads of Fate, which I believe has been moved in favor of this shop right here, which is photonic plate. I definitely don't remember that even existing. So let's go on in. Many different magical, menagerical. I stopped that word. I was trying to say a lot of things begin with M. There's fancy magic stuff in here. This guy's gonna sell some cloaks. This guy over here should sell me a top hat. Oh my god. What the heck is this? Haberdasher. Let's see, it says cloth armor merchant. What's a haberdasher? Does that mean he sells hats? He does. Why doesn't he sell a top hat? That's a shame. That is a shame. Of course we can buy these things, but these have always been here. Alright. So I guess nothing of value that I can repurchase for myself. Another catalog over here. And over here we have what looks like to be a replica of a sword from Halo 2. But I know that is not the case. Many different cloth merchants. We have Salin, Sundred, Pallades, and well, cloth merchant, the cloth and armor merchant, because you don't have a name, unfortunately. Not to mention, if your name's cloth merchant, I guess you could never, you know, if you should get fired from this job, good luck getting hired somewhere else. Now let's take a moment to look at that. The beauty that is the ceiling. That's definitely some good stuff. Alright. Shall we head on? Here we go. The big tower itself. Let's see what's changed in here. First, before we go in, we're gonna have to check out these sides here. Let's speed things up a little bit. See if they've added anything over here that's new and exciting. Or it's just a nice little tour around town. I'm thinking that person's trying to find something too. We do get a nice view of what is below us. They've increased the view distance quite significantly. So that's always nice, I suppose. But it doesn't look like there's anything back here. No hidden NPCs of any kind, except for these two. Or do they just seem like two chill folk, kind of just relaxing? Maybe doing something they ought not to be doing. I won't tell. Alright, so here's where the top tier of everyone hangs out. We have Kegdar, we have Carlene, we have Madara, we have Runeweaver, and Kalik. The blue dragon aspect, which, well, I guess the aspects themselves don't technically exist anymore. Alright, so I'm gonna guess this is part of some achievement thing. Because now we have another dream leaf being planted. Alright. Ah, yes, we have the curator. What does a curator do here? Oh, I see. That means we can actually relive the Broken Shore events, because on this character I skipped through them. Very interesting indeed. There's more books over here as per usual. Books scattered all about this town, it would seem. I like how they just have this random mage armor sitting over here. It should be in glass with a sign that says, in case of emergency, break glass. Then they would throw on the armor, and then they get +2 to fire magic, I suppose. Nothing over here except for closed doors. That's unfortunate. Maybe this is entrance to one of the mage's sanctums. And only they can open the doors. Over here we have some benches, some flowers, things. Let's head on upstairs, shall we? There used to be portals here. Oh my. Who are you? And why can't I interact with you? Oh well, I guess you got nothing really to say. Oh well. That's unfortunate. Maybe he's not really here. Just an image of himself is here. Alright. Finally, we have a freaking floating book. Took long enough. We're in this magical city. No floating books. Alright. Let's see how magical this thing gets here. Got some inscribed runes and something of illegible text on the other side that I'm sure if you're a mage you'd be able to read that, no problem. A trunk of hidden treasures on both sides here. And of course, just more books that I can't read. Now let's see what the difference is between a curator and the head of the curators. Hello there. I'm sorry my books for loan have not arrived yet. You look confused. Let me explain. You see, when we last teleported Dalaran, some of my books were damaged, and so this time I had them fly to our new location. Yes, fly. Unfortunately, they were halfway over Chasm and when we teleported again. They should arrive in a few weeks, maybe a month. I'm not worried. See me again later. Huh. Interesting. I'm guessing that means we're gonna get to somehow relive previous patches of the game. That has to be what that means. And if so, that might be really cool. Either things that have already happened or things that have yet to happen in this game, and we can relive the events. That has me really curious now. I haven't actually looked into it, and that's probably information that's already been found out. And if not, well, you know, I guess hats off to me for finding that one. So we have another entrance to the sewer. We're not going down just yet. That's once again going to be for next time. Over here we have a miniature graveyard. And over here we have looks to be a little spirit flying around. And another graveyard. This might be a pet cemetery, unfortunately. Very sad indeed. Now over here I have no idea what this is. Oh wow. This definitely wasn't here before. Dalaran Pet Tournament. Oh, I see. They've fully integrated the pet battles. Now this is a real treat here. I think we can all just appreciate this for a moment. We have a tournament announcer. Well, Greg. Good old Greg. Greg is the man. He is the hero of the day. In fact, I think Greg deserves his own show. Greg deserves his own patch. Greg deserves his own expansion. This guy right here, he is the one. He is truly the savior of Azeroth and Outland and everything. And, you know, whatever it is, he's the savior of it. Greg, my hat's off to you, Greg. You are the best. You're the best thing I've seen all day. All right, so I don't think we're gonna see anything that tops Greg, but I could be wrong. Over here we have a Master Pet Tamer. I'm guessing this is just all for pet battles. Pet battle daycare. I wonder if it's possible to level up pets from low level to high level here. That would be nice, because I gotta tell you, I tried doing the pet battles for a little while and it did not appeal to me. Oh wow. This must be where all the pet dung goes. Man, I swear, Blizzard, they have some good details when it counts. Let's go see if we can find any other hidden treasures back here, I suppose. Let's try not to fall off Dalaran. Oh wow, there is something worth my while. I was actually afraid we were going to go around for nothing. Illusionist, Grand Lightweaver, and this person. I don't know what their purpose is, but they're looking out onto something. Unfortunately, flying mounts are not allowed right now, otherwise I would just, mount up and fly. I have a feeling it's going to be a minute before we actually return to the main city. Oh wow, there's something even over here. That's pretty cool. I wonder if that's... looks like it's Demon Hunters only, but that can't be their entire zone to themselves. That wouldn't be right. That's pretty cool. Maybe that's something they can get to because they can actually glide to it. Then again, a mage could technically slow fall to it. I don't know. Guess I'll have to stop by and find out at some point. Now we're on the outer ring of Dalaran where there is plenty of exciting stuff. Super, super exciting. So exciting that I can't wait to get back to being bored with the rest of Dalaran. That was obviously sarcasm, because I don't know about you, but this has not been boring for me. This has been a pretty interesting journey to kind of see what's changed. And if you're really curious to see what's on the outside of Dalaran, well, now you know. Man, I wonder how many people have honestly made it this far into the video. I didn't know I was recording for 36 minutes. That's pretty crazy. For an ASMR bit, I think most people would have fallen asleep by now. Or possibly gotten tired of the whispering. I do apologize for the occasional key clacking. I mean, I suppose I could just use my mouse to move, but there are times where I need to strafe as opposed to not strafe. And then here we are. We've literally come full circle. There's nothing else to be seen. Alright. Let's get a move on, shall we? We'll mount up just for now. So we still need to check out this photonic place, I believe. Alright. I guess that's literally what it means. You have art. So these are, not photographs, but they are in fact art. Now, it's an art dealer, but you don't sell anything. I don't understand. We have another dream leaf for you, so I guess I'm going around delivering dream leaf today. Many unopened packages over here. You might want to get on that, buddy. Maybe it's new art for display or for sale. Who knows? But there's an art dealer who doesn't want to sell me any art. Maybe he doesn't think I have refined enough taste for art. Let's go and plant that dream leaf. Well, if there was ever an achievement to do with that dream leaf, I guess I'm well on my way to earning it. What is a cobbler? I guess somebody who just sells random junk. Works for me. Alright. Any fancy books to collect up here? Nope. Up here we have Gemma Wilson, Kelly, and Noli. I tell you, coffee has definitely become quite popular in the city of Dalaran. I don't remember it being this prevalent in the old Dalaran. I remember a lot of wine and cheese like we have over here. That's about it. Ah, yes, another beautiful view. Oh, hey. We have, Shandy Clauscleam, who had a quest in the old city, the old Dalaran, but I don't remember exactly what it was. So, unfortunately, I won't really be able to give you the details on what he used to offer. But there was definitely a quest line. I did do it. It was kind of years ago, so I don't exactly remember. Over here, we have this little relaxation room, as I would presume. Some comfy cushions, some nice windows, and Trinai portrait just chilling. We have Ginger block here. Let's head on down. I think that's gonna finish off. There's a piece of art back here, which is a night elf wielding some kind of sword, I believe. Which is odd, because I believe that is a male night elf. I can't tell, but yeah, I think that's a male night elf warrior, which is not usually as prevalent because most male night elves end up becoming druids. So that I find kind of interesting. It's usually the females that end up being the warriors. Alright. Now this is not a place that I have seen in a long time. This used to be a toy shop, and it obviously still is. We have Geppetto. Let's see what he wants to sell. So we have a ton of new toys. Oh my god. I don't even have room for anything. But we're gonna buy them. Gonna buy the Dalaran disc. We're gonna buy the football. We're gonna buy the pigskin, even I'm pretty sure I have it. Oh, hey, we can get that for our Mountain Dew bot. We're gonna add that. We're just gonna add everything. I don't even care. I guess that'll have to do for now. And up here we have looks like a goblin cart. Oh wow, I'm getting my own music for riding the Griffin Rider here. That's pretty funny. We're gonna have to hop off that desk so we can continue the tour. Oh hey, we have Geppetto's companion. Let's see what you have. Guessing it's the same things. Yep. And of course we got the guest book, plenty of toys in the middle class display here. Alright. Oh man, we did so much walking, it's time for a nice little cushion. Oh hey, carousel rocket. This must be where they store a lot of the, what's it called? The Darkmoon Fair stuff when it's not being used. Because all this art and stuff looks very reminiscent of Darkmoon Fair, so that's pretty amazing. Alright. So that takes care of that. The toy maker music's still kind of going. I hope it doesn't play for too much longer, because it's not really what I want to hear. I might have to re-enable the music so I can reset it. There we go. So now we're in the Enchanting shop. And there's quite a bit to see here. So, yeah, oh hey, look. Floating candles. I got what I wanted, guys. There's floating candles. And in case you can't see them, they're right here. Oh, it's kind of hard to see, but yeah, you can definitely see the floating candles. So I got what I wanted. I was talking about Magical City. All these candles, none of them are floating, but now, and here everything floats. You have books that float, you have faces that float, you have desks that float. I mean, it is an enchanting place. I would expect just about everything to float, including what's on top of her head. In fact, Ildine's Sorrow Spear is the only thing that doesn't have a floating thing around. It's very, very unfortunate. However, I wonder if there's any dream leaf pots in here for me to plant. I suppose not, unfortunately. But yeah, this is quite the enchanting shop. And then of course over here we have the transmogrifier, which did previously not exist at all in the old Dalaran. Alright, so I believe that means we're moving on to the trade district. We're saving the Guardian room for last. Alright, we have Professor Palin, the inscription trainer. So over here we have obviously lots of books. There's going to be more books in here than really anywhere else I would expect, because, you know, inscription and all. We have a painting of God knows what that is. And then over here, more scrolls and more books. I know, sounds crazy. Now we have Jean Quillpaw, which was not previously employed here, because we did not have Pandaren in the game back in Dalaran. Oh, look at this. We have a fiery quill, and I assume that's an icy quill. I think that's pretty cool. Let's head on. We're gonna go about this way. So next we have the herbalist station, which I think I actually need to visit, don't I? Oh no, I guess I haven't finished that quest yet. Ah, yes, of course. Plant all of the dream leaf. Oh no, I've run out of dream leaf. That's very unfortunate. I guess I'll have to come back and finish out that achievement. Unless, you'd be so kind. Oh no. That's not a thing. Alright, so I have at least one pot left. Nope, two, because there's another one over here, so I'm gonna go have to acquire more dream leaf, unfortunately. And I'll have to remember to come back in here, which shouldn't be too hard. Alright, so many flowery things, and if we look above, it's all, of course, a greenhouse for everything growing inside. There's a couple more on the outside I'll have to plant as well. Alright, and here we have the blacksmithing trainer, and they have just tons of armor everywhere. stone grinder. And various other things, such as the water where you would cool the swords after working them on the anvil here. Let's go ahead and head upstairs, and the wall, of course, is adorned with many shields. Not that many great looking shields, but definitely some shields. Ooh. This must be where the warriors come to hang out. Definitely. I find it funny that it glows when I have my cinematic mode on here, but not when I don't. That's very interesting. Alright, so up here we have tons of mining things, lots of ore. I'm guessing this up here actually is fell iron. And then over here we have probably adamantite or whatever it's called. And other than that, just some chains on the wall, much like the other store that had them. And windows in the shapes of axes and shields. I would expect nothing less. Let's go ahead and jump down here. Perfect. And I think that's gonna kind of cover it for the store. Let's head on out. Next door we have the this is where you would come to do your blacksmithing. I believe this is the Forge of Fate. But it doesn't look as active as I remember. They used to be much more magicalness on both sides, I believe. It seems like it's a little bit more dull than you would think. I don't know. That's just me. Maybe it's because warriors probably have their own special forge for their weapons that they don't use this forge anymore, but I would still think they would have use for it. There's some pretty sweet looking blades. Alright. Then next up we have things of the past. I don't know exactly what that means. Oh, okay, it's the archaeology place. Now, archaeology didn't come about till Cataclysm, so we have a whole room devoted to archaeology, which I find very interesting. I'm kind of glad they had that in. Now, archaeology was not something I was ever personally able to get into, but I kind of wish I was. Oh, I have another dream leaf pot I need to plant for. I guess I'll go get some dream leaf. So up here we have some interesting relics. Probably a giant book of antiques and things that have been found over the years. Many different treasure chests holding possibly some of the greatest treasures ever discovered. More books over here. Let's head on upstairs. Great to what looks to be a map of some sort. And many shelves for the treasures yet to come. And more books, more things. Sticky notes and whatnot tell you where you need to go. And of course there's a giant bone of something on display here, possibly a dragon. And then this, which outside of it being a goat or something, or a ram, not sure exactly what that would be. But it's probably from one of the desert zones. Then over here we have something I'm very familiar with, the alchemy lab. So in here we have Lindsay Blackbolt and Patricia Egan, ready to teach me how to make a potion that's gonna either knock me on my feet or help me get back up on my feet. Plenty of good stuff over here. Stuff in this case I'm sure is very toxic or something entirely different. And I have my alchemy trainer, which is Ducas Valdera. Very awesome workbench to work with here. And many ingredients, and Lord knows what's in here. I'm sure if I drank that though, it would kill me, or worse. Lord knows death is not the worst thing in this game that could happen to you. Alright, so out here we have this bit of a hot pot here. Not sure exactly what it's for, but I guess I'm eating and drinking from it, so it has to be good, right? Let's see. Then we have over here, we have Word to the All-Knowing and Mona Everspring. Cantor Theros. Blood Champion Deathrock, who has looks like 2 King's Defenders, and that's pretty awesome. Love that sword. Now this is the engineer workroom, and I found it very entertaining that the pipes are being used as picture frames. I'd really expect nothing less. We have a combination of both gnomic and goblin engineering in here. This is, we have both goblin and gnome engineers. I'm guessing this side on here is the more refined gnomic engineering, and up there is something that looks like the goblins kind of cobbled together. Gnomes care about their machines actually working. Goblins just want to make sure it has the potential to explode the best. That's all they really care about. And boy, did they achieve that goal. So back here we have Timothy Oshenko. Timothy Oshenko. I feel like that's a play on words on something, but I have no idea. And Wilbur Grubhammer and Diddy the Wrench. Various other tools and explosives, and cogs, and who's and what's it's. Yep, let's head on out of here. Now over here we have the leather shop, which is Legendary Leathers. And inside we have somebody who's looks like they're power leveling through something. My god. Let's head on up. That or they're learning a ton of recipes, I guess. Now up here we have just some random leather armor. Not really a whole lot on display, I guess. For a place of legendary leathers, I would expect a little bit more, but I guess not. So, yep, just very standard fare up here, I suppose. But we do have a bit of a chandelier display. Over here we have Condell Huntsmorn. He's going to train us how to skin things. And then we have Nama Moonwater, Dented Glowergold, Randy Glowergold, the Dwarven Brothers Extraordinaire of how to make leather and mail armor. And then a nice totem. Just kind of chilling out here. That's all this is going to be here, I suppose. And now we're on to Talismanic Textiles. So on the outside here, we have some threads, bolts of cloth. And on the inside, we have Indira Summerleaf and another Dreamleaf pot. Who would have thought? Well, the nice thing is I got all the places on the left side of Dalaran to take care of, I suppose. Alright, so in here we have different dyes for the cloth. Many different reams of cloth here that you can use to make tapestries, cloaks, gowns, hats, and what have you. Up here we have some threads, and I don't exactly, it's not a spindle, I forget exactly what that's called, to be honest. I know someone's going to be able to point it out. Alright. And then we have the first aid place, which I believe is called First Tier Aid. Alright, now we have Angelique Butler and Olisar the Kind. And here we have different things very similar to the cloth store next door. But this is obviously all focused on getting you back to health. Now who is this? I do not remember you being in here. Let's take a moment here. What are you looking at? You ever seen a sea lion before? Not like this. Well, I'm a druid and well, I'm kind of stuck like this for a while. While patrolling the sea around the broken shore, an infernal crash into the water right on top of me. The blast instantly knocked me unconscious. When I woke here, I was in the care of the nurses. They say after a few days I should have the strength to shift back. In the meantime, I'm stuck like this. The contractor keeps me from drying out. Do me a favor and don't mention this to any of the other druids. They'll never let me live it down. Well, not a problem, Victor. Up and fall. Your secret is safe with me. And since I'm a rogue, I should be charging you for that secrecy. But I'll be nice for now, I suppose. Got some potions and whatnot. No Dreamleaf to plant near, though. Oh, no, I'm wrong. There's two. Definitely gotta plant that Dreamleaf.